Excellent. Thank you so much. And I want to ask if we completely understand this story. It's a great story, has a great ending. Go and do the same, show compassion, have mercy. But there's another way to look at it, and that is, who do you identify with in the parable? Who are you? What character are you? Are you the legal expert asking Jesus how to get into heaven? Or are you one of the thieves or bandits who beat up the traveler? Or are you the priest or the Levite who passed by the other side? Or are you the Samaritan who responds with compassion? There's someone else, though. The guy in the ditch. What if you and I were the guy in the ditch? The people Jesus told this story to, they were the guy in the ditch, and they knew what it felt like to be that guy, or at least maybe the fear of what it would feel like. So imagine walking to school, and there's this one block where bullies always stand and harass kids going by, especially someone who's alone, especially someone as nerdy and shy as I was growing up. What would you do? So a block away, I'd start getting nervous. My face would start getting red. My heart would start pumping, and I'd think, I got to have a strategy to get through this. Should I take a longer way to get to school? But since I'm running late, that doesn't really work. And should I see if I could run as fast as I can to get past them? But when I run, it's kind of funny, so I just draw more attention to myself. Should I get some friends and we can go through there together? But today I'm alone. I don't have any friends with me. So the people who heard Jesus tell this story, they understood traveling through a dangerous area where there would be thieves and robbers in between Jerusalem and Jericho. People who would beat up travelers, take their money, leave them half dead. And the people listening to Jesus could relate to the questions like, well, what is it like to be on that road alone? I mean, who's going to defend me? Who's going to help me? Who's going to pick me up when I get knocked down? Who will do those things for us when we're all alone? The point Jesus is trying to make, or is making, is that it won't be the people you expect. Jesus uses the characters of the priest and the Levite to make his point. They're not bad people, but they are people you'd expect to stop and help you. Well, in this situation, so imagine we're lying on the ground, we're hurt, bleeding, embarrassed, and then thank God, here comes a teacher. The teacher will help me. But he just walks by. And then the principal, yes, here comes my help. And she just walks by. And none of your friends are around, and you're all alone, and you see one of those bullies coming toward you. Think, oh no, not again. Just leave me alone, go away. Okay? But imagine the bully kneels down to brush the dust off of you. The bully extends his arm to help you get up. The bully helps you limp to the nurse's office. He leaves you there and promises to come back after class and then to check on you before taking you home. And the bully even offers to come to your house the next day so you can get past the other bullies. And they'll leave you alone, at risk to his own safety and reputation. Wow. That's amazing. I wouldn't expect any of that. That's the absolute last person I would expect to help. And that's exactly the point Jesus is making. I'd expect the teacher and the principal to stop and help, not the bully. But you know, Jesus likes to turn things upside down. And then what is he saying? He's saying, don't make assumptions about people. Don't judge them. Because the people who heard Jesus tell this story, they didn't like Samaritans. Didn't trust Samaritans, had nothing good to say about Samaritans, wouldn't want to hear anyone else say anything good about Samaritans because there's nothing good to say about a Samaritan. Who's the hero? A Samaritan? A Samaritan? Jesus likes to turn things upside down. Like, who's your neighbor? Your neighbor's the person you don't want to be your neighbor. And you have to love him as much as you love yourself. Don't judge. Don't make assumptions about people. I do it all the time. If I were stranded along the road, I'd expect the guy driving a Prius with a bumper sticker, "Save the Earth," to stop and help. I'd expect the guy driving expect a woman with a bumper sticker that says "Free Love," driving a VW bus, to stop. You know who I wouldn't expect? Someone who's got a bumper sticker that says "You can go back where you came from." I wouldn't expect them to help. And in Jesus' story, that's exactly who stops. Jesus told the legal expert concerned about getting into heaven, be like the Samaritan. Be like one of those people, the person you would least expect to offer compassion. And go and do that. Go and do the same. Help anyone, friend or enemy, who's hurt. Do that instead of worrying about heaven. And you know what? If you do that, you will actually make it like heaven on earth. Amen.